Hey, what's going on, guys? Before this video gets started, I just want to say it was inspired by today's nap that I was taking. To break that down more, basically, I was napping, like I said, and when I woke up, low-key, I had like sleep paralysis, but it wasn't really. So I had my water bottle on me. I dropped it, and I thought I wasn't gonna pick it back up because I thought I was, fucking paralyzed and shit. So I ended up did picking it up, and then I look around and it was all like dark, but it wasn't that dark. Not this kind of dark. It was like more like a bluish tint kind of dark. So I walk out and I start going downstairs and I see my family right there, like all eating, but they weren't saying anything. They were just eating and eating, like smiling. Like if I don't know if you guys seen Insidious on that part that homeboy goes to like that parallel universe or something. He starts seeing like a bunch of weird women and makeup, and they all start smiling and shit. Well, my family was there eating, and I was looking around, and before things could get any worse, I started looking around. I sat down, and then I woke up, and then that low key gave me like chills down my spine. Nothing really bad happened, but it was just inspired by it. I started thinking to myself like, damn, what more is spine chilling than like dark web videos? You know what I mean? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you for tuning in, man. Subscribe if you haven't, so let's get started. So today's video is gonna be 10 dark web videos you should never watch. I used to watch some of the dark web videos. I just can't find them, like a long time ago when I was younger. Like for example, I remember one that these bobblehead guys were like feeding this human like that was blindfolded, like I think fingers or something. Dude, I want to thank Chills for making the video, man. Thank you so much. So let's get to it.
10.
Number 10.
This 11-minute video has been making rounds on the dark web for a while and has only recently come to the surface. In it, something human-shaped wrapped in garbage bags is taped up and kept in various strange poses. In a chair, at the bottom of steps, and so on.
These dark web peoples
so
don't play, bro. They'll kidnap you and they'll torture you just for the views.
This strange object.
That's
at one
fucking
point,
creepy.
he even tries to give it food in the bathtub, despite there being no mouth hole. Towards the end of the video, he puts the object onto the kitchen counter and begins to carve into it.
No way.
This video was filmed in black and white and has many different artistic camera angles. The dark web is full of many videos like
savage,
this,
bro.
but I guess every once in a while you could be looking at someone who is really acting out their twisted fantasies on a real person. For all we know, this could be the aftermath of a Red Room video.
Yeah, I heard about something
9.
like that before.
A YouTuber named Surviving Life finds a dark web subforum dedicated to the most disturbing content imaginable. I can't even show you most of the thread titles, let alone what's in them.
We're gonna watch that later,
put it like
bro.
this. The people here are looking for stuff that would easily get your door kicked in by the cops. After going through a few pages, Surviving Life comes across one thread in particular that easily tops them all.
I want to buy a human infant. I will pay any price.
I don't know exactly how this person expects to buy an
For
infant or how much a reasonable price is.
A reasonable
Thankfully, Surviving
price.
Life does not click on the link to find
Must be
out.
reasonable.
I did notice it seems to have 14 replies though, which leaves me with a terrible sinking
Y'all
feeling
got no
inside.
chill, man.
You might think all of these requests are fake, but apparently Surviving Life has seen versions of this website before.
Okay, and the name of this site is so infamous, and the people on it. This isn't the first time they've put a site together like this. This is a system where these sites go up, they go down, the content's moved,
and provides us with some more insight about its long history. He soon grows too disgusted with all of humanity and logs off for the day. I think that the website is probably 100% real, but I would like to get your opinion based on this video evidence shown here. Number 8. This grainy black and white video was supposedly taken back in 1999 when the internet was still in its early stages of development. A woman has apparently been chosen against their will for a Red Room show, which is where people make suggestions as to what should happen to her next. kind of like a more interactive version of the movie Saw. She is clearly in distress, though I'm not sure if this is real or just acting. This scene seems realistic enough to make me uncomfortable.
I wonder how they even get you. Like, do they just pick you up off the street, or like just kidnap you or some shit?
For all I know,
they probably track down your IP or something.
Answer, unless more of the video surfaces from the deep web. Number 7, another supposed Red Room video shows a person wearing a large hood over their face, looking down at the floor. I think the room is in pitch black and this was taken with night vision. After more than 4 minutes of uncomfortable silence, a man dressed in all black with gloves on wakes the person up and begins talking. Try to translate what is being said here if possible, so that we can better tell what is really going on.
Lord Megalodon, what the fuck?
I don't know, just quiet, right?
Whatever is said appears to send the hooded man into a great amount of distress. I notice that a voice changer is used, which makes me think this video could be real. After all, whoever is involved would want to go to great lengths to keep their identity concealed. I'm not sure what happened next, but based on the overall tone of this video, I doubt this person made it out of the room in one piece.
I don't think
6,
none of them made it out at all.
A YouTuber named Amir returns to the dark web after getting many requests from his followers to do so. The first thing he finds is a strange collection of texts promoting superhuman abilities through special muscle exercises. Overall, the detailed instructions sound really complicated, futuristic, and weird. Then at the bottom, Amir comes across a strange date of publication that leaves him scratching his head in puzzlement.
Based off of. I want to try this. The first one was okay. Consists of continuously contracting very hard the upper.
He grows tired of reading the mountain of text and comes across this creepy dark website next. It's nothing more than a still photo of a man with huge black bags under his eyes, staring you down with a knowing grin. I don't recognize the photograph from any place and click to proceed, but Amir can't.
Pays for all travel, accommodation, and surgery.
I actually want to see a Red Room video of somebody. I don't want to see nobody like searching through it. If I wanted to see somebody searching through the dark web, I would honestly do that myself.
To the point and
but
highly
I want to see a video.
Before. Long strings of binary code fly under the watchful gaze of a floating skull face. Some people say the skull somehow feels mesmerizing, and that it was created to lull you into an altered state of mind, perhaps even insanity. If anyone can translate this programming language into English, then please let me know is anything, or they discover a secret website meant for selling everything, including some really creepy items too.
Like throwaways?
Soon afterwards, they find a website that is supposedly made by Russian hackers
College grain
who can
change.
get into just about anything.
Boys.
It looks like their service costs around $2,000 on average based on current Bitcoin prices. You can even bring down a website for 24 hours for $12,000, but that hardly seems worthwhile. Something about this website design looks very amateurish, so I'm not sure it is real. She arrives at a sketchy studio in Italy only to be jumped from behind.
A hand comes from behind onto my neck. Eventually they tackle me to the floor and the syringe goes in, and that's when it all goes black.
That's taken for real.
She wakes up in the trunk of a car zipped inside of a black bag, take her to a secluded room, and finally reveal her fate.
He says, "You've already been put up for sale."
They put you up for sale?
Yeah.
Where?
On the dark web.
This is where the story gets kind of weird. She says that after 6 days, her captives did not want any money and felt bad, so they let her go.
They didn't want
I guess
any
this
money.
is possible.
You already go through those
links.
links.
Was eventually
bro,
caught.
why?
He said that she
back
told him
out?
to do it as a way for her to get famous. Some people also say she does not look sincere in her press statement. I think she is probably telling the truth, but I'm not really sure what to think of some extremely bizarre tutorials that leave him stunned.
There's like tutorials on how to like eat people.
Tutorials how to eat people.
It's like it's a regular thing for these people. Look at this. Whole article.
That's crazy.
Do that.
I don't think Sir John would ever do anything like this.
Show me the footage, brother. Number 1.
Kenneth Freeman began filming himself doing horrible things with his daughter Vicky sometime during the 90s. These terrible videos grew worse and worse for well over a year. As he became more elaborate and sadistic, he was sharing them online the entire time for many years. Vicky did not feel safe enough to report what was done to her for 4 years at the age 14. Her father fled all the way to China, but he was discovered and taken to trial 1 year later. He was sentenced to 50 years behind bars.
Should've gave that man
the
100.
Vicky series continues to be traded online to this day and has become infamous among dark web sickos everywhere. It's disgusting to think how people are still finding pleasure in her grief all these decades later. But as long as the dark web continues to exist, there is little that can be done.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So for the dark web, I know that you could practically buy anything. I've never been on it myself. I've just seen videos of people on it. Like, it's crazy what they do over there, man. Like, you literally get tortured just for fun. They make you do shit that is just inhuman, man. Inhuman. But with that being said, man, thank you for tuning in. Thank you if you made it to the end. Let me know what type of videos are really that scary to you guys. That wasn't really that scary. It was, some of them were. I just wanted to see more like footage, you know. I'll keep finding some. Don't worry. It was my first time watching it too. I never watched any of these things. But when I do come across a video that I've seen before and I know is fire, I'll definitely watch it with you guys. But yeah, guys, thank you for making it to the end again. Shout out homeboy Chills is the GOAT. So I'm